Good afternoon, everybody. Let's talk about the prophetic word again today. Psalm 27 at the end of the chapter. I believe it's verse 13 is our focus today. The psalmist said, I would have lost heart if I did not believe that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. There's many listening right now that are trusting God, and despair or discourage has come in. Trusting God for this or that, and all of a sudden you feel or you sense this great, overwhelming sense of despair or discouragement, like you've failed trusting God. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very real. It's a very real attack upon your life, our life, everybody's life that really wants to walk with God. That is not a part of the process of trusting God, though. See, the psalmist said, I would have lost heart if I did not believe I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. So when despair comes in, we're going to think about God's faithfulness in the past. How was God able to provide for you this far? How was God able to lead you this far? How was God able to be in this place and that place when it just seemed to be impossible? The Bible says that when our faith fails us, God still remains faithful. And that's what we need to do to rid ourselves or remove despair or disappointment or discouragement out of our lives. We need to meditate, think on, chew on the faithfulness of God, what He's already done. Because I don't think any of us would walk with the God of the Bible, the God who created all things, if He wasn't really good at three things. At being faithful, being more loving than anybody else could ever be, and forgiving. He has forgiven you. He has forgiven us. He loves you. He loves us. And He is faithful. Understand that today. Think about the things that God has already done for you, and that despair will leave. Sometimes that despair comes from our own lives, our own minds, and the way we think sometimes. Sometimes it comes from the enemy, and sometimes it comes from the environment that we're around. Don't listen to those three. Don't even listen to yourself. When your heart fails you, understand that God is greater than your heart and knows all things. God is faithful. He will do it. Remember that today. I would have lost heart if I did not believe I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Psalm 27.